Hey everyone, Ian here from Coastal Drone. At UAV Expo 2025, I had the chance to check out one of the biggest, most powerful drones on the floor, Parallel Flight's hybrid heavy lift platform. And when I mean heavy lift, I mean serious capability. This aircraft can carry up to 270 pounds and is designed for long duration missions. The hybrid gas electric system gives it the endurance and flexibility that battery powered drones just can't match. And the applications are wide open, from logistics and industrial work to mapping and even wildfire response. Now that last one, of course, is going to hit a little close to home here in Canada. With record-breaking wildfire seasons becoming more common, the ability to drop water, haul gear, or support firefighters from the air is a massive opportunity. Parallel Flight was actually founded around that very mission, creating aircraft that can carry the loads and fly long enough to make a real difference on the fire line. We also talked about safety systems, deployment flexibility, and where the technology is really heading next. This is heavy lift drone tech at its most ambitious, and it has big implications for how we handle logistics and emergency response in Canada and beyond. So let's jump into my conversation with Parallel Flight. All right, so we're here with Sarah at Parallel Flight Technologies, and she's going to tell us about their drone that looks pretty cool and pretty huge. Let's kind of talk about the specifications. So
this is Firefly. Capable of carrying 45 kilograms for 1.4 hours. If you have a 50-pound payload, you can carry for close to 3 hours. You have some pretty extended range on this. This is a hybrid aircraft, runs on 91 octane fuel.
Okay.
You don't charge any batteries. You can supply up to 2 kilowatts of power to your payload while in flight. You can supply up to 10 kilowatts of power on the ground as a generator.
Oh wow, okay.
So search and rescue, power your house, whatever you want.
Do the props spin while the generators are going?
On the ground, we would take the props off for safety reasons.
What's that doing in my driveway? It's keeping my fridge cold.
Yeah, exactly. From an application standpoint, really anything you want to do with this. This is a dual use platform. So logistics, heavy sensors, agriculture, you have some long range time. So, in comparison to an all electric drone, if you're doing an ag application, your cycle time is close to 100 minutes versus 11 minutes, right?
Wow.
So
for recharge and re-go.
Yeah, you don't need any infrastructure. Just, it has a 10-gallon gas tank. You refuel it in less than 5 minutes and send it back up.
On straight pump gas. So you've got a payload underneath right now.
Yep.
Can that be deployed by remote, or is that like a hand undo? Or?
Yeah, so these are solenoid activated clamps.
Okay.
That you can deploy remotely. We have done some slung load testing with this.
Okay.
We have done some heavy sensor integration with this. Defense applications. Really, whatever your heart desires. So you can, there's a lot of possibilities.
So I see is it 4 gas motors, one per propeller as a generator and?
Yeah, so this is all patented technology. We have 5 patents on our drivetrains. So you have parallel hybrid, you have your gas motor, you get the torque out of that, and then your electric motor for the controllability, running in parallel to each other.
Okay, so it's not directly driven, it's
correct. So 95% of the rotables are located in the arms.
Okay.
This is a modular system, so when it comes to maintenance, you pop an arm off, put a new one back on, less than 5 minutes.
That's cool.
You can you can overhaul the whole thing in less than 30. Container to deployment in less than 45 minutes. It is a beast, but it's pretty user friendly.
Yeah, flexibility.
Yeah.
So you said
flexibility.
270-ish pounds maximum?
Yep. MTOW is 270. Empty is 139.
Wow. Not including fuel or including?
270 including fuel.
Or sorry, the empty is? Empty
is empty, yeah. So no fuel.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, we're going to be, we have pre-orders on this. We're going to be shipping units in Q1.
Okay.
We have in the US our 44807 filed that we're expecting by the end of the year.
Sorry, what is 44807 for a Canadian audience?
Sure, that is the exemption. So this is a Group 3 drone. It is over 55 pounds.
Right.
So that is the appropriate authorization to be able to fly in the US.
So the Canadian equivalent would be a Special Flight Operations Certificate,
Yes.
which is going away as of November. So something like this, you could fly away from people, away from airports without a waiver.
Yep.
Is there any kind of, so in Canada we call it Safety Assurance Declaration. So parachute or some sort of obstacle avoidance technology. Does that come in this?
Yeah, so we have options for a ballistic parachute, which you would use over 100 feet. Obstacle avoidance and collision avoidance will be available in Q2 of next year. We have tested beyond line of sight through the Iridium SATCOM.
Yep.
So the capability is there. And yeah.
Are you using any kind of detect and avoid systems built in, or?
Yeah, so detect and avoid will also be in Q2. You do have basic LiDAR on this.
Okay. Like all the time, it's not a payload.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not a payload. It is built in right here into the nose cone.
Okay, cool.
So that is where the majority of our electronics live.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And is the flight controller proprietary, or is it an open?
It is proprietary through invention. But yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else? Do you have a target price range or a ballpark price for this?
Sure, yeah. So your base price plus ground control for this is going to be $230.
$230. Okay, in US dollars, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's way and above anything else that's out on the market right now. So the price is definitely going to reflect that. And you said you did sling load or swung loads with it. One of the big things, so right now in Canada, fires, right? Big topic for us. Have you experimented with any kind of firefighting efforts with this?
Yeah, so we actually got our start in wildfire.
Really?
That's why the company was founded. A few of our founders were directly affected by the wildfires in Northern California.
Right.
And realized that there was a large technology gap and we needed to fill it with something that could fly longer.
Yeah.
And so that is where the concept for Firefly was born. So from a tactical resupply perspective in wildland firefighting, very interesting. You could technically, hold up to about 10 gallons of, water on this.
Wow.
So, spot fires really.
Spot drops, yeah.
We have done a USDA program with drone amplified where for prescribed burning where you're dropping ignition balls.
Yep. Yeah.
And that is with their Ignis 4K. It was a specialized larger platform than the Ignis that they have available on the market today.
Cool.
So wildfire is definitely an interesting space as well.
I think it's it's a hot topic in Canada.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it is a hot topic in Canada and really, search and rescue.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of interest in, maybe just taking a care package, out until somebody can, be rescued.
That last mile delivery, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, even applications for packing out meat in the backcountry. So
there you go.
Use your imagination.
Drone hunting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Sarah. I really appreciate it.
Really nice
thank
to
you.
meet you.
This is really cool technology.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching this episode of our UAV Expo 2025 interview series here on Coastal Drone. If you want to catch the rest of the series, check out the full playlist linked below. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe for more Canadian drone insight, training, and news. And we'll see you in the next one.